Hello everyone, I am Mrs. Priya from St. James Academy, and today's presentation is conflict management. Conflict management is the process of identifying, addressing and resolving disagreements in a constructive and non-violent way. Objectives of conflict management are to experience conflict and find ways to solve it, to find ways to solve conflicts, to present these conflicts and solutions in a dramatic presentation. Conflict management is important for students because it helps them to understand and manage their emotions and reactions. This emotional awareness helps students to handle stress and frustration healthily. Conflict is not about getting stuck, it's about getting unstuck. When you know yourself and know your enemy, you will win every battle, says Sun Tzu. The art of conflict resolution is to give up the need to be right. There are 6 key actions for resolving conflict. Number 1, recognize emotions. Number 2, briefly describe the problem and share your positive intentions. Number 3, actively listen and seek first to understand. Number 4, share your perspective of the problem and the impact. Number 5, work together on an action plan or next steps. Number 6, check for progress and express thanks. Conflicts in literature. Man here is representative of both genders. First, man against man. This is the most traditional type of conflict. As the name would suggest, man versus man conflict, which is more accurately referred to as person versus person, character versus character, or interpersonal conflict. It involves 2 or more characters that oppose each other. That could mean they physically fight each other, argue, or indirectly try to sabotage the other in some way. Man against nature. Man versus nature is a type of conflict that pits the characters against the forces of nature and to some extent the unknown. Rather than facing off against each other or themselves, characters instead have to contend with the elements, wildlife and natural disasters. Man against himself. Man versus self conflict, which is also called internal conflict. It is a type of conflict that involves introspection and the character's struggles with their own morality, vices, sense of self and goals. Generally, it involves a difficult decision that the character must make and signals the direction of growth for that character as the story progresses. Man against society. Sometimes your hero needs to feel like the whole world is against them. That's where man versus society conflict comes into play. Rather than having a single foe to contend with, your character would be facing off against oppressive governments, the general public or cultural norms. The character would need to defy all odds to win a war, change the public's perception or dismantle a government. My dear friends, different characters deal with different situations in their own ways. A situation may leave one character with nightmares while inspiring another character to take a stand for something they believe in. The point is, conflict is monumental and it can make people change for better or for worse. I hope this video is useful for you. We will meet you again in our next video. Until then, stay tuned and keep watching. Thank you.